Hello, wherever you are in the world. This is Kul Mahay and I'm the immersion coach. Hope you're having a great day, guys. Hope it's been a good one and it's the end of the week. I hope you've had a good week and looking forward to a powerful, successful, productive, loving, whatever it is for you, weekend. I am looking forward to spending some quality time. While I'm waiting for people to jump on, I'm just going to share this out to a few places, so please do bear with me. I'm guessing a lot of people today are relaxing at home with a family after a long week, and why would you not? Absolutely right. There we go. Let's see who's on here today. Nakonja, thank you very much for jumping in. I don't think I've seen you before, so I'll give you a bit of a wave. Thank you very much. Simon, good to see you. Hope you're well. And Suri, good to see you too. Thank you very much for jumping on, guys. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a great week. Here's a question that I was asked today. I've had several meetings today, and a few people have said to me, goodness gracious, Cole, you know, the things that you do are just incredible. You seem to be pushing yourself at every opportunity. You're constantly moving forward. You don't take a rest. You don't sit back, and you know you're achieving so much. And to be honest, I don't see it that way. I do take a rest. Getting that work-life balance is very, very important for me, and I make sure that I get to spend quality time with the people that matter around me. I look after myself. I take quality time out to look after myself. But yes, there is some truth in the statements that have been made. And I've had two conversations with two people today who have said, you know, that they just love the fact that I'm constantly pushing myself out, way outside my comfort zone. And you know, I said, you know, I have this absolute belief that we should always be living in the growth mindset. We should always be living in this belief that we should be taking one step forward all the time. We should be making every single day count. And while I'm on using that phrase, making every day count, I'm inspired to do this particular Facebook Live after having visited a charity that I'm now supporting. And that is the Tree Tops Hospice, which is a hospice near me, and what an incredible place. I don't know if you saw my Facebook Live early on today, but I did a Facebook Live direct from the hospice that I was visiting earlier on. I got to speak to one of the guests. We don't call them patients, we call them guests. And I got to speak to one of the incredible nurses that were there as well. And having just listened to these people, it just inspires me even more so. If it gives me even more grit to continue to drive myself forward, to do whatever I need to do to achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve. And I'll talk about those 2 points in a short while. But as I was talking to these incredible people, both the guest and the nurse and some of the senior staff at this hospice, the one word that came into my mind was passion. They all have such passion within them, passion to live life to the fullest, passion to serve, passion to make the environment the very best environment that they can have, passion for each other. Whilst I was sitting there and we're waiting, you know, for the Facebook Live to take place, we were sat there having various conversations about life, having various conversations about leadership, something that you guys will probably know that I'm very, very passionate about. A family came in with a young child, and literally everybody was swooning over this little baby. Everybody, the senior staff, the junior staff, the receptionist, some of the guests, and then somebody else walked in with the most gorgeous dog. If Taj had seen this dog, she would have been head over heels, because we've been talking about having a puppy or a dog for a long while. And this beautiful dog came in, and everybody stopped what they were doing, and they're swooning over that dog. Then another dog came in, and they're swooning over that dog. There was so much love in that place that I was overwhelmed with it all, overwhelmed with the love that this incredible place had. It was almost like this magical environment that I'd walked into. And yet, what is a hospice? A hospice is, essentially it's a place where people can go to who are coming towards the end of their lives. Coming towards the end of their lives as a result of age, coming towards the end of their life as a result of some life-limiting illness. So it would be understandable for us to think that, these kind of places are sad places, but it was anything but sad. It was just a beautiful, incredible place. And when I spoke to the nurse, she said, I've spent 25 years, I think she said 25 years, it was a long time, as a nurse in the NHS. And she said the reason why I came here was because as an NHS nurse, because we were so stuck and so limited with our staff, we never got time to spend that quality time that we wanted with the patients, which is why I became a nurse in the first place. But here, it's all about spending that quality time with the patients. And I just thought, that's beautiful. How incredible is that? And she's literally following her passion. She's so enthused and so inspired and so motivated to do what she does on a daily basis. And they have a statement, that they have a strapline, if you like, and the strapline is make every day count. Make every day count. This strapline that this hospice used, Tree Tops Hospice, the reason why the strapline that they have is something that they really live by. They want to make every single day count for those people who've got only a limited life left in this world. They told me a story about a 78-year-old woman who had a bucket list. She hadn't got long to live, and she'd got this bucket list, and on her bucket list she said, I've always wanted to do a parachute jump. So they made it happen for her. At the age of 78, with all the illness that she'd got, she actually went on and to do a parachute jump. How incredible is that? Making every day count. The question is, most of us are healthy, most of us are young maybe, we've got a whole life ahead of us, but do we make every single day count? Do we make every single day count? The truth of it is that we don't. Most of us don't. Most of us are stuck in this automatic, robotic way of living. We get up at the same time. We get up at the same side of the bed. We change our clothes in the same way. We shower in the same way. We go to the toilet in the same way. We drive our cars on the same path. Most of us are stuck in this matrix kind of thinking that is so robotic. And then we wonder why our lives aren't changing. And the simplistic truth around that is, if you want your life to change, we have to do something differently. Our lives will never change unless we do something differently. Would you agree? I'm sure you would. So what is a different thing that we could do? And in order for us to do something different, we need to be thinking different. We need to be in a different state of mind. Because whatever we're stuck in this same kind of thinking, the same kind of mindset, having the same kind of thoughts every single day of our lives are never going to change. So the real question for me is this: do you really know what kind of life you want? If you're not happy with the life that you've got right now, do you really know what kind of life you do want? You see, so many of us complain about the lives that we've got. We haven't got enough money. We haven't got the right relationships. We haven't got the right kind of health or the right kind of body. We haven't got the right kind of house or the right kind of work. We're not happy with the world that is around us. But what is it that we want? Do we spare a thought to say, well, this is the kind of relationship that I want. This is the kind of house I want to live in. This is the kind of job I want to do. These are the kind of people I want to hang around with. This is the kind of lifestyle I want. This is the kind of body I want. This is the kind of health that I want. Do we really give any real thought to that? You see, most of us are so stuck in what we don't want that we don't even realise what we do want. And what we end up doing is getting into these mind habits where we're doing nothing but bemoaning our lives or the aspects of our lives that we're not happy with. And we're not giving one thought to what we could be doing with our lives, what we would want with our lives. And that's the important thing. That is the most important thing. Because once we start understanding, visualizing, creating, thinking, daydreaming about the life that we want, then at least we can start having some new thoughts, some new thoughts about what we could do to get to that life. And it doesn't even matter if you can't think of how to get there. At least imagine it, at least visualize it, at least understand that life. And then the next step is to test the level of hunger that you've got. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you want that? Is your appetite enough to desperately want that new life? Or are we just talking about it? Are we just complaining about the life that we've got because it's easy to complain? And it is. It is easy to tell people what you're not happy with. It's less easy to tell people what you want because you almost think that you're being selfish. Well, you're not. We only have one life. You get to live every single day, but we only have one life. We come into this world and then we're going to leave this world. It's what we do in between that really matters. So when you've built that hunger up about the life that you want, the life that you want to achieve, the life that you want to get, the life that you want to live, once you get that, then it's about stoking that fire. Much the same as you would do on a cold winter's day. When you're stoking the coal fire, and the more you stoke it, the hotter it gets. It's about stoking your level of hunger towards that dream that you want, the dream that you aspire to, the life that you want to live. And allow it to get hotter and hotter and hotter until it becomes so incredibly hot that you have to do something about it. And when you get to that point, guys, that is the critical point for me. That is almost getting to that point of no return. You can either turn back at that moment in time or you can forge ahead, but then you don't turn back because your life will never be the same. Because that is about doing whatever it takes. Doing whatever it takes. When your hunger is so high, when your passion is so great, when your motivation is so high, you will do whatever it takes to get to that dream. So when people were saying to me early on today, Cole, you've achieved so much in 3 years, you've done this and you're aspiring towards this and you're growing your event, igniting a potential 100% every single year. Nobody else is doing that out there. And I'm just listening back to a radio interview that I did with somebody a couple of 3 weeks ago, and she just sent me the link, which I will post up straight after this. And she was saying the same thing. She says, you stand out in the personal development community. You came as a police officer, but you came into the personal development community and people know you around the UK. And I'm honored. I'm honored that people know me, but I am not special. I am not special. I'm just a normal human being whose passion and hunger is so great that I will do whatever it takes to make the changes in the world that I'm determined to bring about. That is all it is. It is just my level of hunger. It is just the fact that I knew what I didn't like, and then I reframed it to understand what I did want, what I did like. And then I tested my hunger, and I grew my hunger. I stoked my fire until my passion became so great that it inspired me to take, some might say, incredible or ridiculous actions to make it happen. I've failed at many things over the last couple of 3 years. Things haven't gone my way. I've tried to collaborate with people and it's not worked out. But my passion was so great that none of the failures really fazed me. I've had my down days. I still have my down days where I sit there and I get frustrated and I think, oh, why isn't it going in this direction? Why is this not happening for me? Why is that not happening for me? Of course I have that because I'm a human being. Don't for 1 minute ever be fooled that this is a guy who, has got it all made. That this is a guy who, is totally calm all the time, is totally inspired all the time, is totally motivated. No, I'm not. I'm just a normal guy. But I'm a guy who's driven by passion, driven by hunger. I will do whatever it takes to make the changes in society and people's mindsets that I believe can be made. I want to ignite the inner potential of every single person that I meet. I want to change the world by changing people and changing people's thoughts and changing people's mind habits. If I can break through to people and change their habits and they go on to ripple effect into other people, then I am creating a ripple effect of positive change across society. That is my hunger. That is my dream. That is what I aspire to. That is what I'm inspired by. So if you want something, if you're not happy with something right now in your lives, guys, I would ask you to do one of two things, or one of two things. I would ask you to understand if you're not happy with something in your life right now, then I'd ask you to imagine what it is that you do want and have that absolute clarity inside your head. What kind of world do you want around you? What should your paradigm look like? And then the next thing is to test that level of hunger. If that level of hunger is not high enough, then I would ask you to stoke that fire. Keep stoking, keep prodding, keep thinking about it, keep talking about it. Keep talking about it until your fire becomes so hot that you will do whatever it takes. And when you have that level of commitment, when you have that level of passion, when you have that level of energy, there is nothing or no one that's ever going to stop in your way. You will have failures. You will have challenges. You will come across people who promise you the world and actually deliver nothing. You will have all of that, because I've had all of that. But when you have that level of hunger, that level of energy, that level of commitment, and that level of passion, there is nothing that's going to stop you from achieving your greatness. And hopefully your greatness will impact on other people so they can be great themselves. That is my desire for you. But in order for you to get there, by the way, it is absolutely possible for everybody. It is absolutely possible for everyone. Every single person I have ever come across can make the change. They can have transformation in their lives. Nobody has to be imprisoned by the dark thoughts or the dark experiences that they're currently living. Nobody needs to be imprisoned by that. Anyone can break free. Everyone can break free. But it all comes down to the fact that they need to take that action. They need to have that clarity. And they need to do whatever it takes. So I urge you to do one thing to make that transformation in your life. Start understanding what it is. Stoke your fire. Make yourselves hungry, make yourselves hotter for it, and then forge ahead. And then when you have that level of clarity, when you have the hunger high enough, guys, go out there and do whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes to make your dream come true. I spoke to a 47-year-old lady early on today, and please do watch that Facebook Live from early on today when I was interviewing her. And she had a multitude of illnesses, a multitude of complexities in her life that were, for anybody else, they would be holding them back. But her attitude was miraculous. It was beautiful. It was magical. I was so overwhelmed in my Facebook Live early on today. I became so emotional, I had to give her a hug. That for me, guys, is someone who really gets it. She makes every single day count. She knows that her life is limited, but she continues to make every single day count. That's heroic behavior. You can either choose to become the victim of your life right now, imprisoned by the thoughts and the experiences and the life that you have right now, or you can choose to be the hero of your life, the hero of your story. You can rewrite your own story, and for people to say in 2 or 3 years later, wow, what a transformation this individual has gone through. And that's what people are saying to me. So if they're saying it to me and I'm just a normal guy just like you, why should they not say it to you? I hope this has added value to you on a Friday evening. I have got a radio interview that I'm doing in a short while, so I need to go. But I just wanted to share these thoughts with you. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And I want to say to you, God bless you all. And I wish you a very, very beautiful weekend. I am reducing my Facebook Lives. My daily Facebook Lives on here will be going. If you want to continue to follow me for more input, more Facebook Lives, then please do switch on to my private group, which is called Ignite Your Inner Potential. And I will be posting up a lot more content on Ignite Your Inner Potential. But after 3 years of doing daily Facebook Lives on Facebook, it's become a bit difficult for me because I'm just doing so many other things. So please do join me on Ignite Your Inner Potential, my private group. And don't forget to join me at Ignite Your Inner Potential, our event, the fastest growing personal development event in the United Kingdom. Come be inspired. Come learn how to have that life that you deserve. Come for transformation in 2019 in a beautiful, loving, high energy environment. You will be made to feel very, very welcome by my beautiful crew, and we cannot wait to serve you. Thank you so much. God bless. See you very soon. Bye bye.